If you're building products for a global audience, you already know that translation can be a huge bottleneck. You're managing translations across 3 tools, your designer just dropped a last-minute update in Figma, and the French version just doesn't match the German one. Sound familiar? Well, that's the reality for most teams, juggling multiple languages, formats, and tight deadlines. I'm Mattia, co-founder of Taya. I've worked in localization for almost 10 years now, and I've been CEO of Taya, the AI localization platform, since 2022. During this time, we've helped SaaS, e-com, and tech companies localize faster, combining AI with human expertise. And in this video, I'll show you how a brand new AI-powered tool can help you translate files instantly, keep your brand voice consistent, and order professional localization when it matters. Let's dive in. This is the Taya AI Translator. So the Taya AI Translator is very easy to use. Once you've logged in, on the left side you will see all of your existing projects, and on the right side you can go ahead and create a new project. You can also just instantly translate any text, but the cool stuff actually happens here. So let's name our project Mailing 2025 or something like that, and then select our source language and one or many target languages. So in our case, let's go with Spanish and French, and you'll notice that there's different variants for some languages as well, which means that you can actually translate into different locales. Right, so let's go with these 3 languages, and obviously you can also search here and select whatever you need. And now let's go ahead and select our glossary as well. So what is a glossary? It's a list of terminology and phrases that you already have pre-built, and it helps us to keep your translations consistent, whether it be product names or SEO terms that you want to use for optimization, or anything else where you want to make sure that the AI actually keeps in your brand voice and doesn't deviate too much or doesn't invent new phrases where it shouldn't have. So let's select our glossary in this case. And another thing that we can also add, because we're on a pro account, is a translation memory. So in case you've already had past professional translations, or you've already translated stuff with Taya, or you've already translated it by yourself, there's a high likelihood you already have a translation memory. And what this does is it helps reduce the cost for professional translation, but for AI translation, it also makes sure that the translation adapts to the translation memory. So in essence, the Taya platform is actually learning from your content, so the more you translate, the more it starts to resemble the human translation that you've input or that you've ordered via our professional services. Cool. And last but not least, the cool part. So let's select some files from my computer here. I'm just gonna go, you actually can't see these, I think, but let's go ahead with this file. You can upload multiple different files here, and up to 64 different file types. So one really cool thing about the Taya platform that sets it apart from any other competition is the vast amount of files that we can support. This means that all of the files listed here, like Office, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, HTML, XML, XLF, even InDesign or PDF, all of these files will be translated and returned back to you with the exact same formatting as what you uploaded. So this means that there's no copy pasting, there's no manual editing. It's very easy to get all of your stuff translated, like subtitles, web pages, newsletters, whatever you want to work on. Just drag and drop it into this screen and you're good to go. All right, so our project is set. Let's just create it now. So it's uploaded, it's converted, and it's already ready for us to move on. So we will realize that we have 1,803 words in total in our project. So this is our basic stats here. So let's go ahead and choose between these 2 main options. One is to translate instantly with AI, and the other one is to get a professional localization service. So for now, let's just go with the AI only option and click on Translate Now here. So the system is going to prompt you if you're sure you want to confirm that this will be, the words will be deducted from your quota. So let's go ahead and confirm, and it takes a few seconds for the files to be processed. Okay, our files are translated. This took like 2 seconds. And now we can just go ahead and download the translated files. So let's see what we got. So we get a zip package, and it has 3 different folders, one for each of the target languages, and each folder includes the fully translated file that we've uploaded in the beginning. So this is pretty cool, right guys? And not only that, you can now also go ahead and review these translations in the cat editor. So in case you speak German or French or Spanish, you can go ahead and review these translations and see what's actually going on. So in case you don't like how this looks like, you can go ahead and update it, of course if you speak Spanish well enough, and you can go ahead and save. So in case you have your own team, you'll soon be able to onboard your team members and they will be able to do the professional localization. Or let me show you another cool feature of this app, which is professional localization. So let's assume you're not totally happy with the AI translation, which is often the case, I'm sorry to say, and you don't have the internal resources to upgrade those. You can go ahead and instantly order a professional translation service here. So let's click on the Get Instant Quote button, and this will analyze our files and immediately give us a quote for a localization of these projects. And let's see what we got. So we can choose between 3 different localization services for each of the target languages. So you can go with the essential option, which is just a basic human-in-the-loop translation. So one human linguist, professional linguist, who comes in and fixes the AI translation mistakes. Or you can go with a second tier, which is enhanced, which also includes a revision. So 2 humans, 1 translator and 1 reviser, to make sure there's no mistakes left. This is the most common choice we get at Taya, and this is also the ISO standard. So I would probably go with this for this type of content. But in case, like, for example, let's say your German audience is very picky and you want to make sure that this sounds entirely natural in the target language, then in that case, I would recommend going with the ultimate option, which is a traditional translation, editing and proofreading service on top of the pre-translated AI translation. So this means AI first and then 1 translator, 1 reviser and 1 proofreader to make sure that your content sounds entirely natural in the target language. Cool, so for German, we'll go with the ultimate, for the rest we'll go with enhanced, and the next step, we'll just select our delivery date. So today is Wednesday, we can also already have this project delivered by tomorrow on Thursday, by end of day. But in that case, it's going to cost us a bit more extra, so let's go ahead and select the recommended delivery date without any extra charges, just to make sure that we're not wasting any money on this and that we get a good deal on our translation. And in the last step, you can leave a prompt or more instructions for your project manager. Yes, there's humans in the background helping make sure that your content is localized correctly. And you can leave some information here for the linguist, like for example, who's the target audience and what kind of tone of voice do you want to have. And since these are all languages that have polite form as well, you want to be straightforward and simple, or do you want to be polite and make sure that this is resonates with your audience the way you want it to. You can also attach any specific terminology here or style guides, and we love it when clients are detailed like that. So I hope you like what we built. We're really excited to show this to you. It's been a long time coming and we've been working very hard to get this demo out to you. This is currently in beta. It's free to use. Anyone can use it if you want to. Most of the languages and features are already unlocked. But if you'd like to try out the pro features, you can always upgrade, or you know what, just reach out and we'll probably give you a free pro package for a while so that you can play around with it and tell us how much you love it. So let us know more in the comments. Do you have any features? Do you have any feature requests or questions? Or are you just excited about this project as much as we are? We're sure this is going to change localization forever. So stay tuned, and until next time, see you around, guys.